Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
The Jaguars had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Throwing to start the drive. Donnelly.
That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston.
Tank Dell.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Joey Sly on for the extra point.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game. So they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. Now Lawrence. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw out wide is incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Second and 10. To the right side and caught by Dell. A solid stiff arm. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st down, Donnelly. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And this defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. Oh, he bowls over it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on 1st down. Donnelly to Pierce. They set up the screen. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Donnelly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Donnelly. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
3rd and 20.
Back to throw. Donnelly. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Yardage here, going down back at the 28. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now this time he'll look to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Donnelly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At the 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go. On 2nd down, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They'll run on 1st down.
Whittington. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whittington. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Derek Stingley picks it.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Still going inside the 20.
And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 6-yard line.
61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
To throw on 2nd down. Donnelly. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Donnelly.
That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
All right, let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Up the middle they go. Whittington. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whittington. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive.
Donnelly. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Donnelly. Complete to right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. Oh, and Nelson space to operate.
He's still on his feet.
Touchdown, Houston. Takedown in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Third and 8.
Back to throw. Donnelly eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whittington, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Off play action. Donnelly. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Devin Lloyd
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Looking to throw. Donnelly.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And he first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On first down, Whittington. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
103 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll keep it on the ground. Whittington. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run on first down. Whittington.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hey, run!
2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Whittington. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Sink right!
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Lawrence changing the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Let's go.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brenton Strange, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. And
it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Escaping the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Donnelly able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. Off the play fake. Donnelly. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Off play action. Donnelly. Wright's got it.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give to Pierce now on the option.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Operating from the gun, Donnelly. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Whittington. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd down, Whittington. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And Ingram holds it in.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. They only needed 1, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains.
On 1st down, Whittington. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Whittington. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Up the middle they go. Whittington. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11, hey, I'm gun.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lawrence. This is caught. And he's brought down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Texans, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.